Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video. And from the title that you see, I got Draft Box 6 an entire month late. Part of that was part of my own doing. Pretty much, I've been waiting to pick up cards for the prices to drop a little bit because, you know, there haven't been a lot of IRL events that I've been able to make it to, so I'm not in a super big rush for cards. And you guys really like when I do these, like, mail day opening videos. I got my trusty mail right here. I've got some Dex sleeves right here to sleeve up some of the new cards I get. If you guys need sleeves, definitely go down to the description. Use my link to Dex Protection, grab your sleeves, binders, deck boxes, all that good stuff. But basically, I ordered some stuff a little bit late, but also, one of my orders got delayed by 2 weeks, and obviously, needless to say, I was very unhappy about that, but you know, they were moving, I guess, from what they told me, and you know, we're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt here. So I got myself a little bit late, but you guys like these mail day opening videos, so I figured I would do one for my Draft Box 6 stuff. This is pretty much everything I got from Draft Box 6, so if you're looking for like a comprehensive collection of what you should grab from Draft Box 6, these are basically cards that I deem staple. And just look at this like beautiful playmat, by the way. Man, this is one of my favorite playmats of all time. Obviously, new Digimon card game came out. I'm not like in love with the Digimon card game yet. I think it still needs a little bit more development. I'll probably keep an eye on it for a few more sets and see how the game evolves. But as of right now, it's a fun side game. Definitely not going to become like my main thing or anything. But anyways, let's get started. So this is packaged in a box, very nicely packaged actually. Got some good cushioning in there, and we've got a lot of cards here. Okay, one thing you're gonna notice, which is different compared to my previous like mail day opening videos, is that there's not gonna be a ton of foils in this video, and that's pretty much because there weren't foil commons and uncommons of these different cards in Draft Box 6, right? So these have been waiting a while to be open for you guys here on the channel. We've got 4 Borgos Great Ape Assault. This is basically part of the new ape support for Bardock's crew. I've been a big fan of Bardock's crew. I played it a long time on the channel, so if you guys have been following, you guys would probably know that or remember that. Then we have 4 Bulma Heartfelt Wish. This is basically a 2-for-1 attack stopper. Not a staple by any means, and I do appreciate if the camera quality is not the best because I am recording this on my phone. I'm trying to do a different camera setup here, but I've got an iPhone 8, so I got a pretty old phone. Doesn't show the best card quality, but hopefully you guys can see the names here. Also, I know a little bit of a glare. I'm very sorry about that. But Bulma Heartfelt Wish, 2-for-1 attack stopper. Don't know if she'll be a staple in red anytime soon, but she's definitely solid for blocking and stopping another attack as long as that attacker is pretty small. 2 Cell Giant Force. I wanted a set of all the Giant Force rares. You never know when they're going to be good or come in handy. There should be 2 more somewhere throughout this. Demigra God, Demon God Demigra, True Power Unleashed. One of the cards I was definitely most excited about from Draft Box 6. This card's amazing in Dark Broly. Dark Broly is easily one of my favorite decks right now in the entire game at the moment. It's just such a fun deck from set 11 to play. And then we have Drum Demon Clan Warrior. So this is actually funny because we got these cards and they're basically a bunch of free plays. Like there's this guy, there's the symbol, then there's a Tambourine. I forget all their names, but basically these guys play for free. They don't really have to do much with the new King Piccolo archetype coming out, but it's a free double strike play, so why not? 4 Fashas for Bardock's crew. Then we have 4 of the Fasha apes. So basically pretty much most of these apes say you can evolve them over the corresponding card in your energy, which is a pretty cool thing there. Then we have Flame Bullet. I believe this card allows you to restand your 5-drop Bardock, so that synergizes very well with the Bardock from the theme booster Clash of Fates. Then we have our Hurrigarn Chain. I did post a deck profile for the Hurrigarn Chain here on the channel if you guys want to check it out. It's a lot of fun. I think it's just kind of waiting for a good leader to really take advantage of what the deck can do. Then we have Hurrigarn, the Recurring Nightmare. Man, this is so funny because this is the first time I'm actually seeing Draft Box 6 cards in real life, and the foiling is actually not that bad at all. Like a lot of online pictures make it look really bad, but yeah, this doesn't look too bad at all. I actually don't mind it. It's actually pretty nice. Then we have Imparted Wishes Tora, another decent card for Bardock's crew. Man, when are they giving us a yellow Bardock's crew leader, dude? We need that as soon as physically possible. Then we have King Piccolo, 5 seconds to eradication. This is actually a 4 of staple in my current Bulma deck. I posted some gameplay on the channel for you guys to watch a couple days ago at this point, and I will be posting my Bulma deck profile sometime this week coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Here we go, opening up another package from the same seller. So I think I made 3 big orders and then a few little orders where I need to just complete some sets. So for another 2 of Giant Force, there should be another one somewhere in this mail here. 2 King Piccolo Giant Force. Not a huge fan of this one. I guess he does some burn damage, but I think his -4 is a little too costly. But again, you never know. Like maybe he's playable in like Frieza Prison. The dual attack crit is honestly pretty cool. Then we have 2 of this red yellow King Piccolo. Honestly, I don't really remember what he does, but I do know he has offerings, so that's pretty solid. Red yellow could always make a comeback. I think it's a pretty strong color combination. Then we have 4 of this King Piccolo, Yearning for Youth cantrip. Pay 2, gains crit, not bad. Then we have some 1 of Giant Forces here. Again, we'll probably be completing the sets here as time goes on. And unfortunately, we had to pick up the My Silver Bullets. Definitely don't wish that these cards were printed in any capacity. It would have been very, very nice if they just, you know, weren't printed, but you got to pick them up, and they were uncommons, so very, very easy to pick up there. Metacooler, man, this guy has so many unisons. It's honestly pretty weird. He's getting another one with the reboot Mecha Frieza leader. Go watch yesterday's video if you want to see what that guy does. Very, very different effect from what these other Metacoolers do. This guy actually spams tokens just like the green one does, but not all that good, albeit. Nappa Promising Youth, I think this card is actually super good because he's basically a 1 energy double striker that you don't need to like set up. All you need to do is like basically sacrifice an energy, but if you're playing him in an aggro deck like you should, sacrificing an energy is actually not that bad. Cyberman Infinite Swarm, he's pretty cool actually. He just spams tokens every turn and you get 5k combo power out of it, so like why not? Shu counters small stuff for red, definitely a solid pickup here. And then we have 4 more Great Apes. This is the Shugesh one. I don't remember what each of the individual Great Apes do, but I know some of them like restand battle cards for blue. It's obviously pretty solid there. And then we have 4 of the Icarus Unison. This one is not great from what I remember. It plays a 1-drop Skillless and rest mode from your drop. That's definitely not an amazing effect, but this Icarus and Gohan is actually much, much better. 1-drop Evolve, so you can get this guy out as early as turn 2, depending on when you drop your Skillless battle cards, right? So that's really good. And then we have our black, blue, silver bullet, which is great. I mean, great, again, I wish it weren't printed, but this is going to be an amazing amazing side deck in decks that use the Gohanks engine, as well as black aggressive decks. And then we have 4 copies of Son Goku off to defeat King Piccolo. Not an amazing card. It's a 5-drop board wipe your opponent can't stop, which is definitely solid to a degree. But, you know, it's a 5 energy play, right? And that's pretty expensive for red, especially considering you can't really be super energy manipulative. And then for the last package from this seller in particular, we have 4 Strength through Survival. This card's weird. I think it's pretty solid considering it replaces itself, and it also allows you to get around blockers. So this could be a good red side deck against like Sin Shenron and things of that nature. 4 Tambourine. This pretty much goes in hand with the drum we read earlier. 3 Tapion, Fate of a Hero. Honestly, probably staple card in green at this point. Even though it's a blue-green card, I mean, it gives you easy access to playing Bean in a green deck, which is obviously really cool, but a lot of times you don't want to give up your turn 1 play, so you could even just play this in a mono-green deck because he pays a green just to play himself for 1, also draws a card, turn 1 15k blocker. Yeah, he comes out at the end of the turn, but it's still just a super, super good card. Tora Bardock's crewmate. Again, more Bardock's crew stuff. I'm hoping for a new leader. Any day or year now would be awesome. Trunks Changing History. This is basically Dimension Support Trunks, but it actually brings out 30Ks, so a little more flexibility there in terms of skillless support. It's always good to see. Tyrannical Below. I think this is like a mini Cold Bloodlust, which is actually pretty cool considering we're getting the Mecha Frieza reboot. Again, hopefully, if you watch yesterday's video, hopefully it's going to get ruled the way that makes it actually playable, right? And then Vegeta Protecting His Loved Ones, our green silver bullet for blue decks. So that's all from that seller. We'll be opening another package here, seeing what we got. We're gonna open some individual envelopes, then we'll open the big orders after that, looks like. So here we go. I think this one's from Rishi. Shout out to you, Rishi, if you're watching this. I don't know if you're watching my videos or not, but shout out to him anyway. He's a cool guy. So he sent us 4 Korin Towers Secret Medicine. This is definitely a card you should pick up 110%. Basically, I don't want to say a Sensu Bean for red because it doesn't give you the untap, which is honestly the most broken part of Sensu Bean, but it is like a 5k buff for an entire turn, which has a lot of merit, especially against like Obuni spam or like 15k aggro spam, so that's really good. Man, this foiling, I'm actually very impressed with the foiling considering, you know, a lot of what we saw online. It actually looks very, very bad, but the foiling they've done here is way better than I thought it would be. And this is our extra Tapion, so this is going to complement that 3 of playset we just opened a little while ago. Opening up another one here. Let's see, what do we got? We've got the leader. Okay, so this is actually, I kind of trolled myself because this leader, I actually put a deck profile of this leader. I think he's super good because he counts as all colors. He doesn't count as mono for the different colors you want to play him in, which is a little unfortunate. you don't get access to Dormant Potential Unleashed, but still a super good leader, pretty much because of the fact he counts as all colors. So you can play Rebrand, you can play Dimension Magic, you can play Bardock Raider's Warcry. Dimension Magic Raider's Warcry, I think, is the best combo you can play with this leader. And he draws on the Unawakened side, unlike the other two draft box leaders, Vegeta and Zeno. So that makes him really good. And I could have easily just placed him in one of my big orders, but I totally forgot to order the leader, so I had to get him separate. I had to pay shipping on that. That kind of sucks, but my own fault, I guess. Anyways, opening up another envelope. Then we got a few bigger packages here. I think this actually might be a... Oh, this is a Giant Force order. Okay, there's like one order in here that's like not Giant Force. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, definitely don't love how this one's packaged because there's seems to be some tape touching the cards. I guess I should just open it on the screen, although it's a little tough to open here. So we have Son Gohan Hidden Might. This card is super cool. It kind of sucks that it seems like it's best slotted in Reboot Gohan, but I mean, regardless, it's just a good green card. Did we get 4 here? Yep, we got 4 here from one seller. Always a good feeling. So pretty much this guy becomes a 2 cost when your life's 3 or less, and Reboot Gohan, I mean, that does just make a ton of sense because you're putting your life down early. Big double striker removal, super solid card. All right, we're opening up a bigger package. This one's from PPG. Shout out to PPG. They always come through with the orders. They package well. They do all that stuff. It looks like they wrote me a little note here. Oh, that's pretty funny, man. I didn't know that. I'm assuming they recognize my name, but I don't. This is a very cryptic hey here. That's pretty cool though. What's up? What's up, guys at PPG? All right, opening this up. Let's see what we got. We've got 4 Borgos. It's actually super funny and a little troll that they made Borgos a silver bullet twice. I'm pretty sure they did that intentionally. Then we have 4 Chi-Chi, another silver bullet there. This Demigra, I don't remember what it does, and this is not gonna be a video where like I go over reading cards, but I must have picked it up for some reason. I'm pretty sure it lets you spam cards in the Demigra deck itself. I think that's what it does if I remember correctly. Then we have more Hurdigar and Chain stuff and 2 more of those Piccolos. So this completes our play set that we ordered just a little while ago, which is always solid. Then we got 4 King Vegeta Apes. I think this guy is decent from what I remember. I think he offers removal if I'm recalling correctly. 3 evolve costs, a little steep, but that's okay. I think the main thing that sucks is I think the only King Vegeta to put in your energy besides another copy of himself, I think, is a super rare, which is a little awkward. Master Roshi Potential Unleashed. This Unison was pretty hype upon reveal, but I never really thought it would be the one that like was the best for burn decks because it burns once when you play it, and then like the -4 makes him beefy, which is pretty cool, I guess. I guess 30k double strike is definitely not bad, but I think other red Unisons are just better, like probably Jiren, stuff like that. Minosha, Unsealed Hero, more stuff for the Hurdigar chain. 4 of our Nappas, because this is the only Nappa we can play that we can evolve that other Nappa we saw earlier, so it's pretty much like a combo there. Sealed Music Box, amazing turn 1 play for the Hurdigar stuff. Sun Goten Changing History. They pretty much errated Turles and pretty much printed it on a new card. I shouldn't say they errated it, but this is something that people say, like, you know, they can ban cards and print new ones. That's essentially what they did here with Turles, is they banned Turles, made a less powerful but still very solid version of the card. Definitely a good pickup there. SS3 Son Gohan, Goku rather, Fist of Fortitude. Shout out to Andy. I know he was like really looking forward to this card. Cool thing is you can play this off Intensive Training Goku. That's the rare combo from set 10, I believe. So he's very playable in that regard. But he also has a discard from Hand Effect, I think. Maybe it might take a Unison marker off of a Unison. Final Blow. This card, oh my, this art on this card, man. Wow, this is so nice. Holy cow. Okay, that's really cool. But great effect regardless. I mean, you -25 one of your cards to -25 one of their cards. So very fair in that regard. But if you have a big battle card, you're not really losing out on much, obviously. So you're basically getting a 1 energy, very cheap removal. And then a Tora Ape. More stuff for the Bardock's crew that we are looking forward to. So that's the PPG order. There might actually be one more order here from PPG, but I don't 100% remember. All right, this one is coming from Core TCG. Let's see, very nicely packaged. I like that so far. No real packaging issues. All right, let's crack these bad boys open. And I'm not sleeving the cards now, guys, by the way. Definitely go get the Dex Protection sleeves down below if you are looking for sleeves and whatnot. Man, how do I open this? But if you guys do need sleeves and whatnot, definitely get them down there. I'm just not sleeving right now because I think it would take a lot of time. Wow, there's like no opening slit on this. Let me grab a scissor real quick. Always be careful about cutting your cards, guys, when you're going to use a scissor here. I'm going to be as careful as I possibly can. No cards were killed in the making of this video. All right, I think we're making progress. The surgery is going decently well. we've got the initial wrapping off, and there's another layer of wrapping, but there is a slit, so the day is saved. Let's see what we've got in here. All right, another reason why we need a new Bardock's crew leader. Does this guy specify blue Bardock's crew leader? Oh, he does. Wow. Okay, that is unfortunate. So this guy's effects pretty much require a blue Bardock's crew leader, and for the longest time I've been I guess you can say crying for a yellow Bardock's crew leader. I guess longer than that I've been crying for a blue yellow Bardock's crew leader, but they're probably going to steer away from multicolored leaders for a long time, considering how like Surge Goku and Surge Piccolo went. But this guy unfortunately requires blue Bardock's crew leader, so I don't know, maybe I'll build something with the old leader, although that leader is definitely outdated. That leader could be really good actually if they printed something that allowed him to awaken early, so you could actually use his effect that that crits his own life. That would be super good, but they haven't done that for whatever reason. Then we have Bergamo Giant Force, just a good solid unison. Again, we just want all the Giant Forces we can. And then we have Bio Broly Giant Force, actually super solid for Green Frieza. If you're playing Green Frieza, get your Dodoria plays going. Chilled, greatest pirate warrior in the cosmos. This card is incredible. I mean, this is a good card in general, but if you're going to play Janemba in set 12, 110% get 4 copies of this card. It's so good in that deck. And then we have 4 Great Saiyaman Budding Hero, another excellent card for Skilless, although green Skilless I think is a little bit behind in terms of like blue, red, and probably yellow Skilless now that the Whis archetype is coming out. Hurdigarn Giant Force, amazing card for the Hurdigarn engine itself, and here we have Hurdigarn Phantasmic Evolution. I love this card. Let you play the old 9-drop. That's just some really nice icing on the cake there. Hoi Hidden Ambition. Hoi is always a busted card. The super combo back in the day was super busted. This guy allows you to keep going into your chain, which is solid. And here's what I was talking about with that King Vegeta SR. I don't remember what he does. I remember being very unimpressed with what he does. A 3-drop deflect, and I'm pretty sure his effect's not that great, but I could be wrong and misremembering. But basically, you got to charge this guy to play that King Vegeta ape so you can evolve over your energy. One more Large Slug Unison. Hopefully, we got the playset in there somewhere. Lord Slug Youth Regain. So obviously, we're getting a lot of new Slug cards coming out in set 12, which is something to keep in mind. It's not necessarily an aggro deck, and this is a 1 energy 25k double striker. This card's actually amazing in Green Ginyu. So definitely keep that in mind if you're playing Green Ginyu with the new expansion promo that basically spams your Ginyus out faster. This card's amazing in that. Purunga Giant Force. I'm not a huge fan of this unison, considering it pretty much -0s every turn, because you can add a marker to it for free, but then you can -1 to draw a card, and you're pretty much always going to want to draw the card, so never gaining markers seems a little risque. Not a great unison, but not the worst either, I guess. Raditz Giant Force, actually super playable in Soul Striker. This card for defensive purposes is great because it blocks twice, but the SS3 Gogeta offers you, I think, a little bit more easy removal than this guy. This guy pretty much requires -2 as opposed to Gogeta's -1. And if you have 3 markers on this guy and you -2, you're not able to use your Trunks counterplay, right? Which definitely hurts a bit. Riot Javelin, this is one of the most clear-cut examples of Bandai printing counters to cards within the same color. Like, this specifically bounces back the old Bardock 5-drop, which is so funny. It's just like the mirror match would be so cancerous. But Goku Nimbus Master, excellent card. This card has a lot of playability in so many decks because he plays any color skillless just by comboing him defensively. So this might be really solid in like Shroom, for instance, coming out in set 12, but it's just got so many other applications in so many other decks. This could actually also be solid in Janemba as well, where you just get out your 20k Janemba and that allows you to go into your different plays. Then we have Goku Unwavering Conviction. Decent Arrival. I don't necessarily know if this is better than like Gogeta Arrival or Chompavirus Arrival, but it's another option. I'm pretty sure he messes with your opponent's combos, which is definitely not bad. Super Namekian Might, we have a counterattack. Then we are able to negate the skills of a battle card or a unison by discarding a card. So basically, it's one of those counterattacks with like an extra effect, which is always good. And Toa Unison here is actually super good because there's so many cards you can steal, and then you get to use their effects, right? So like the Sin 9-drop, if you steal it, you draw 2 cards, which is honestly really stupid and pretty busted. So solid card to have. It does cost -4 though, so it's not like absolutely free, but it does a lot of work. And this is the remainder. They put a few cards in the top loader, which is interesting. Maybe these are more of like the expensive-ish cards. So we've got, looks like, all right, we got more than 2 cards in here. Got 3 copies of New Ruler Piccolo. Excellent card in the new King Piccolo deck, but also just an amazing red card in general. And then in this top loader, what we've got here is the 4th copy of that. We have another copy, or 1 copy rather, of Piccolo Jr. Eradicator of Peace and Piccolo Jr. Giant Force. I did actually manage to get my hands on some more Broly promos, so I actually have the full red Broly deck built, which actually is super fun. Probably not fun for a lot of opponents, but it'll be fun for me, so that's cool, I guess. And then 2 more copies of Piccolo Jr. Giant Force. Hopefully the last copy is in there somewhere. I don't think we've opened it yet. But anyways, we've got 2 more packages to open. I think one of them is non-Giant Force stuff. This is one from Gamers Haven in, I think that's Washington State. Shout out to Russell over in Washington State. Oh, sweet. They sent me a card. It says Stay Super. That's awesome. That's really cool. Thank you. All right. We have the 4th copy of Piccolo Jr. Giant Force. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see what we've got in the rest of it. Is there an opening here? Yes, there is. Let's get that open. Okay. Oh, so they actually taped it right onto the top loader. Not bad. Not bad. There's actually an art to packaging. I think I've actually mastered it pretty well. When you like take a piece of paper and you just tape the top loader to the paper, but like you don't tape the back of the top loader once you tape the front, and that leaves the top loader actually open. It's probably easier to show than explain, but this is not a TCG player how to sell video anyways, right? So we'll keep that note on the side. We have Piccolo Jr. Giant Force. We have another Meta Cooler. I think that's our 4th copy. 2 more Slug Giant Force. That definitely completes our set because I remember opening 2. 3 of the King Vegeta Giant Force. So it looks like I ordered from these guys to pretty much finish up a bunch of play sets. Oh man, did I order 6 of these by mistake? Did I order 6 King Piccolo Exterminators? It seems like it. And then we have 1 Cell Giant Force. I don't remember opening a 3rd, so that might be our 3rd. And then we have 2 Bardock Giant Force. This card actually really good, right? Yeah, +1 once per turn. Search top 5 for a Bardock's crew. That's awesome. That's a super good effect for that deck. So maybe it is worth revisiting Bardock's crew. I'll have to really try that out because I've kind of been over the old leader, but maybe this guy is the way to go. All right, so we have 1 more package here. This is from Pro Play Games once again. Yes, I did recall correctly. I did have an additional PPG order, and this one I think is a non-DB6 order. So this is gonna be a little bit of a spoiler for you guys, or I guess like a recommendation rather, as to some stuff you should pick up from or for set 12. Oh, what do we have here? Do we have just 1 copy of Protector of the People? Or okay, 2 copies of Protector of the People. Okay, so one of my orders did not come in yet, which I thought would be in by now. But basically, the other card I ordered was a Toa. I forget the name of it, but it's a 2-drop Toa from set 10, and that card is going to actually be very good in Shroom and Salsa. So definitely pick it up. I'm sorry I forget the name off the top of my head. I thought I'd be opening it for you guys, but this is just a different order that I thought I was getting. But anyways, that's the video for today, folks. Hopefully I gave you some cool tips and pointers, and hopefully just some cool conversation for you to listen to, whether you're driving or just thinking about Dragon Ball. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.